Hi guys. Okay, I'm live. How are y'all this evening? It's a Saturday evening. I'm just here chilling. But I want to talk to you guys about manners. Um, thank God. Oh, y'all was waiting on me. Yeah, I didn't know I was even coming on, but I feel like talking about this topic because, okay, a lot of people are not aware of certain things, and I have been informed that I am telling people many things that they were never taught before. So I'm just gonna tell you guys what I think about manners, as well as y'all already understand appearance is a part of your manners. Okay, so we're gonna talk about how you treat other people, how you respond to other people in everyday exchanges will allow them to kind of understand if you're, from a affluent background, if you're higher class, if you are, someone they can kind of relate to if they're of the same class. Manners go a long way. Okay, affluent people teach manners, so their children are taught manners. They're taught how to use, all the types of, dishes, forks, knives, and all that kind of stuff. They're taught how to sit up straight. They're taught how to speak correct English. They're taught to say please and thank you, et cetera, et cetera. And they're taught to smile and be polite and to try to handle things in a civil way if things don't go your way. They're not taught to start to fight people. They're taught to ask for the manager, write the corporation, and handle things the correct way. Okay? Not fighting in the streets holding a baby. Okay? We don't do that. So let's get into it. Manners will separate you from lower class, and manners will also get you to the places that you're trying to get faster. Okay? How you dress and how you appear, how you leave your house, how you go into stores, how you shop, how you look when you shop is going to determine whether you're treated like a good customer or whether you're not. Okay? So basically what we got to do is make sure when we leave our house, we're always on point. When we speak to people, whether it just be someone that's taking our order through the drive-through, even, the gas station attendant, we need to also practice manners. Manners. Please and thank you. Smile. Okay? Don't be on your phone, while you're doing other stuff. That's a bad sign too. That's really rude to be on your phone when someone is either taking your order or when you're paying or something like that, unless it's an emergency. It's really rude. It's also rude to be on the phone speaking on speakerphone while you're walking through the store and everybody's hearing your business. That is super de-duper ghetto. I hate it, and I hate seeing it, and I wish that people would really stop doing it. Okay? So there's our side, and then there's the worker side. Now, anyone who has a job in service or retail, they understand these type of people that come into the store looking like they just rolled out the bed, didn't even change clothes, always have complaints, always want a discount, just really ratchet type people. Then we have a lot of people like that. And if you're trying to level up, if you try to get your life together, if you're trying to come out of that type of environment, if you're trying to get away from those type of people, stop going places with them, okay? Yes, do not go places with anybody with an attitude and a bonnet. Exactly, Kimcha. No bonnets, no attitudes. You can have your attitude on the inside, but don't walk around looking like you got one. Why? Because people are going to treat you like you have one. So, whenever I walk into the store, I'm like, Everybody loves me. Huh? Can I help you? Da, 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 da. Oh, have a nice day. Oh, we got this free sample here. Throw it in the back, right? Then I see someone that comes in behind me and they're already mad before they even walk into the store. They just look mad, mean. They got on, it looks like they're the clothes that they slept in with something tied around their head and flip-flops with flip-flops on with, their purse. And they're walking around and then, cussing out whoever's with them at the same time. And, I'm like, people are like, and they don't say hello, how are you to even the worker or the person that's trying to help them. They just like really short, evil, answers like da 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 da, and people don't want to deal with those type of people, and I understand. So to have manners, to have decency to other human beings, even if you don't like them, you still need to be having respect, right? So when you have respect for other people, they have respect for you. And that is a mutual exchange. It's a mutual exchange. That's how the world works. It's a very mutual exchange. So when you're not supposed to have an attitude with everybody. You're not supposed to try to, fight. You're not supposed to do any of that if you get angry at someone, out in public. You're not supposed to do that. I don't know how many times I got to tell people that. I know there's so many world star videos circling the internet, and it's just stupid people fighting. And it's always in the poverty-stricken areas. It's always in the hood. And if you want to be seen different, you need to act, dress, walk, talk, and get away from those type of people and stay away from anyone. Don't hang out with anyone that's doing that crap. Okay? Do not do it because you're going to be seen as the same. I don't care how cute you look. If you're with someone like that, you are automatically grouped into that category. They're not grouped into your category. You're grouped into their category. And the reason why is because you with them and you don't have to be. Okay? You are with them, yet you don't have to be. So if you're choosing to hang around people like that, then you are like that. But it's not the other way around because you look like the one that has sense, the one who has manners, and they don't. So they're most likely following behind you. Therefore, you're allowing them in your presence. So y'all need to stop hanging around people like that for good. You know what I'm saying? You feel comfortable. You feel uncomfortable. I thought you said comfortable. I was going to say, you feel uncomfortable around people like that? Just embarrassing. Exactly. And I feel uncomfortable. And I feel uncomfortable around people like that because most of the time, I feel like people are going to judge me on those people's actions. But that's why I always looking good. And so they can't. This lady looks like a nice a nice classy lady. Like she's not going to curse me out and ask me for a discount every time she walks into the store, or she's not going to send the food back after she didn't ate it all, or she's not going to. So we got to do better as far as manners and how we treat other people. Okay. Yes, manners will take you a long way. Most people need manners. Mm-hmm. You can live in the ghetto all day. If you have manners, no one's ever going to be able to tell that you live in the ghetto. If you're not fighting in the street and you dress nice, smell good, put together, no one's ever going to know. They might think you live in the rich neighborhoods. Okay? But are you walking down the street acting like that, obnoxious, trying to fight everybody, me mugging everybody, they're going to know exactly where you came from. Because people in nice areas, nice neighborhoods, suburbs, even semi-nice neighborhoods. They don't even have to be that nice. Don't do that. They don't do that. Okay? They really don't. So, right. So you don't want to be put into that category. And even if you don't live there and you act like that, they're going to assume you live there. Okay. So I'm just trying to put this out there because a lot of people, a lot of people are always saying, well, they don't treat Black people right, or they're rude to whoever walks into the store, and I was mistreated. And yes, that happens sometimes, but most of the time it happens because of attitudes. It also happens because of people's delusional expectations of discounts and sending things back. It also happens because people of your appearance, if you look at bad, and also happens because it happens too often. So that's what I'm saying. You want to be seen as, oh wow, she's you want to be complimented, not hurry up and get it out of my store. Hurry up and buy. You don't want to be known as hurry up and buy. Okay, y'all remember that movie? So treat people how you want to be treated. Yes. And that goes for any race. If you looking ratchet and bad and all looking crazy, you still gonna get the same treatment. Okay. And another thing, like we gotta be very, we gotta make sure that we become an example for other people. When we are out and about shopping, and the type of people that I'm speaking of, ratchet, loud, trashy, whatever, holes in their clothes, butt cheeks hanging out, all that kind of stuff. When we are around people like that, we must be the best example of ourselves so that they can see themselves. Thank you. So I encourage people not to just wake up and leave their house looking any type of way. I'm sorry. Go put you some clothes on. Because I went out the other day, and the reason I'm making this video is because I was out the other day, and y'all know I bought those wigs and all that kind of stuff. Y'all see my blonde wig. So of course I was out and about, and I had to go to the other side of town because they don't have certain things where I live. So it's just a sad thing to see. When you go in there, there's a big old wall full of printouts of people stealing. Let's get into it. At the beauty supply shop, they catch them on camera and then they print the picture out of them. And the wall is getting bigger. And it's almost like they're not going to be able to tell who it is anyway, because every time they come, got a different hairdo, and but anyway. So, and then when you purchase the stuff, they tell you, make sure you have everything right. Make sure everything up here is correct, because, you can't bring the wig back. There's people bringing wigs back after wearing them. I'm like, yeah, I got the right color. They have like 1,000 signs up, no refunds, no discounts. It's just sad that they have to put all this stuff up there. Okay. It's just sad that they have to make a list, put it up there. Must wear shoes, keep your baby with you. Don't leave your child unattended. I mean, that's normal stuff, but like, just stuff like that. And it's sad because it's necessary, because I'm standing in line behind some customers. I'm standing behind the customers, and they're doing all the things I'm saying not to do. And they're really rude and just ratchet, got that bonnets on, screaming, talking loud, cursing at their kids. It's just, a mess. And I feel like a lot of people think that people discriminate, but that is just a horrible type of person to even be around. Okay. It's just true. They could have been any color and I still would have been mad. Okay? So I don't like when people, there's a time to say, oh, yes, that's racist. But there's another time to say, that's ratchet. Okay? We got two R's, ratchet versus racist. Because, when most of your customers are African American, especially at the beauty supply shops, why would they push you away if you're their bread and butter? Think about it. They wouldn't. But they value themselves and their own business, and they don't want people messing it up. And that's just what it is, okay? Because if it was my business, I would be the same way. I would make it nice so that you and I would take your picture every time you walked in, like click, and your outfit, hair, and everything would be rated from a 9 to a 10. And then we would flash it up on a big screen. That way you won't come here looking crazy. Anyway, that's a good idea. I'm gonna tell the guy the business, like, if anybody's opening their own business, y'all should do that. I'm gonna tell the guy at the hair salon, because he always talking about it behind their backs anyway. Like, ooh, did you see her hair? Ooh, did you, they coming in to get their hair done, but still. Okay, so here we go. They got 1,000 cameras. It's fine. If you don't have nothing to worry about, it don't matter. Okay. Mm-hmm. They can have all the cameras in the world, but what I'm saying is you need to be more aware of how people judge you. It's not because of your color. It's just your manners and your lack of self-respect. Okay. I need to hear this. It's so good to hear the truth and part. Yeah, and I feel like having more self-respect equals having manners anyway. So if you don't know the first thing about, etiquette or manners, just have self-respect first and foremost, which means don't leave your house looking crazy. Don't treat people crazy. Treat everybody with respect. Use please, thank you, hello, and goodbye. Yes and no. Don't curse and scream out your kids in public. Okay. I mean, you can discipline them, but you don't curse them out. That's just wrong. You can't be nice to everyone, but you can be nice nasty. And you can get more by being nice. If you have a complaint or a problem, if you handle it nice, you will end up getting more, because I've done it. Just say, hi, I really like this, but it's just not, it just doesn't fit right on me. And I've already I've already done this, but could you please take this back? I'm going to go shopping and buy other things while I'm here, but I really did not like this. I know it's been, could you please take this back? Oh, sure. I'll just get another tag. If you're nice like that, you get, and here's a discount card. If you're nice like that, a lot of workers will give you more because they're so used to being treated terribly. So when they get a nice one, they make sure that they treat that person just as good. Okay. So another thing, like when y'all ladies are going out on dates and how you treat that waitress, you're being judged. If y'all are out at a fancy restaurant and you're really treating the waitress poorly, or you're talking about her, or you're being extra demanding, or you're just not saying please and thank you, they pay attention to that and they understand that you have no manners. So I mean, most likely they're not going to sit there and teach you manners. They're just not going to call you back. So always treat the waitress, the bartender, or whoever, the hostess, very nice. It shows your manners, and it also shows them your true reflection. So I'm not saying racism doesn't exist. All I'm saying is, because I've seen that in the comments, all I'm saying is self-respect should exist more. Okay. Having self-respect will also help many people avoid certain situations. What about around the house? I practice it all the time. Mostly, I mean, I always say please and thank you, even in my house. Even to my kids, who I don't even have to say that stuff to, but I do, because it's part of who I am. Okay. To have I ever beat a chick up? I have never been in a fight with another girl, unless you count kindergarten when somebody took my Barbie and I really didn't even hit her. I just pulled her, ripped her shirt. But no, never been in a fight with another girl. I don't fight women. I mean, I was raised in the suburbs, and they don't do that. And you know what I'm saying? So we like, if you're quick to fight for stupid, petty reasons, that's no manners, zero manners. So don't do that. You handle it legally. You don't sit there and fight in the street, okay? Or in the place of business, you don't try to fight people. You don't do anything unless somebody's messing, like trying to kidnap your kid, or if they assaulted you first, you get on that phone and you call 911 and you handle it that way. You don't sit there and act super ghetto and start fighting back, okay? Because if you fight back, first of all, you're going down too. Second of all, it didn't solve anything, and now you can't even get paid if you tried to sue. Always think money first. That's what, money first. Okay. Okay. Because I saw a video on YouTube by what's her name, Chrissy, and y'all, I don't have nothing against her. I watch her channel. I'm subscribed to her, so y'all don't think I have any beef. I might have been a little petty, but that was it. But I was watching her video, and she's talking about, and we don't always have to agree to exist in the same place. But I was watching her video in, boycott the beauty supply shops. And then I remembered my trip to the beauty supply shop yesterday, or was it the day before? Yesterday. And I was like, most of the time, it's not what it seems, because I'm up in there. I'm up in there and I'm like, I'm doing the same thing they're doing. Like, what? Because they have no self-respect for themselves and they treat everybody with no respect. So when I say respect, I don't mean like, yes, sir, no, sir. I mean like, hi, yes, thank you. Not, just being really nasty. I don't like that. And I don't think anybody else likes it either. But, when people, get asked to leave their store, now it's racism, but it's not really racism. It's ratchetism. Because it really doesn't happen a lot in nicer areas with other, with other people of color, Black people, and it happens. You don't see the Black lady in the nail shop or the beauty supply shop in the suburbs fighting the people. You don't see it. It's classism, exactly. You only see that in the poor neighborhoods where they're taught to fight when they get upset. Oh, he hurt your feelings? Beat him up. Oh, she hurt your feelings? Beat them up. Oh, they got an attitude with you? Beat them up. Oh, they made you mad? Beat them up. Okay, that's the answer for everything. Violence. Okay, so when, yeah, beat them up with knowledge. When you run into those type of mentalities, you have to protect yourselves. You know, there are some stores that have bulletproof glass and you got to slide the stuff through it because of this situation, of this type of thing. Okay? So if your mentality is to beat someone up because they've upset you, that's a bad mentality to have. It's a very low income, low class mentality. And I'm just going to be straight up with it. Very not good. Not good. I don't know who's raising them. Maybe nobody. Maybe they raised themselves. So, and if you're doing this, exactly, someone says they saw her mom fight her ex. If you're doing this around your kids, or if they're doing this around their kids are learning the same thing. If you're doing certain things, they're going to learn and pick it up as well. So distance yourselves from those people. Don't shop with those people. Don't go to places with those people. Find people that have manners and self-respect to hang out with. Doesn't matter where they're from. You can be from anywhere and still have self-respect and manners. Okay. Do I sound like I joined the KKK? Someone says I sound like I joined it. Oh, you're right. You know what? Forget this whole video. Y'all go fight in the street with your babies in your arms and go to every store and cuss everybody out. You know, it's going to be their fault anyway. Just represent us well, though. You know, represent Black people and brown people and, you know, people of color. Represent us really well, you know, in the jail cell. Okay. Make sure you do that, okay? Make sure. So I don't care. I'm in my honesty, okay? Y'all know it's truth. Y'all know it's the truth. Don't even sit here and act like you don't know it's the truth. Because whenever you go to the McDonald's in the ghetto, it's the same thing. The workers are like, don't even want to take your order, and that's their job. I don't even go anywhere over there. Oh, well, y'all need to shop Black business and Black beauty supply. There is a Black beauty supply store right next to the Asian beauty supply store. Okay, listen to this. If y'all live in Houston, y'all already know there is a Black beauty supply store right next door to the Asian beauty supply store. I went in there first trying to support Black business. Nothing on the shelf. It stank. People had attitude. I stood there for 15 minutes because I wanted a wig. Nobody came up to me. I walked right out, went right next door to the Asian people. May I help you? What you need? Da 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 da. Hey, Lainey. So I tried. You know. Try everything. You're so sweet. So I tried. I did try. I tried 2 times. Even went to a different. I'm just doing it all. To a different area. Went to a Black-owned beauty shop. Same thing. Same thing. Bad customer service. Attitude, nothing on the shelves. Okay, so it's not like I didn't try. So I was like, well, I tried twice. Tried many times. I can't, you know. You ain't got nothing on your shelves. You don't want to help people. I'm out. So that's what it is, you know. Also, when you want to collab with people or work with people, you know, they tend not to want to do the same thing. So you have no choice but to go and facilitate and give business elsewhere. Asian people, they support their own, they keep their own money in their banks. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, that's fine. You stop going to Family Dollar because the people just were. I will not go to certain areas and go to any of their business. I will just keep on driving until I get somewhere where people will actually know how to treat people with respect, and I'm out. So, yeah. Open a beauty supply store, Shira. I might open one online. That way, I don't have to really deal with the people. If you don't like dealing with people, get an online store. Why y'all open in public? I do like dealing with people though, but I'd rather have an online store because I don't want to have to be there. Mm-hmm. But I think that's where it's going anyway. More people shop online now anyway. And I know it takes a long time to do hair, but same thing with the hair salons. I have to take, I take Layla and Sasha, I took Layla to get her hair done. And it's like when you make an appointment, you got to be there for 6 hours because they're doing 5 other people at the same time. And that's another thing. You make an appointment at a salon that's owned by, a chain or a private salon or something like in a nice area. They work on you and only you, and you're out of there in a decent amount of time. So if I don't overbook. It's just having manners and respect for other people's time and energy. I feel like when we do this, it shows that we care about how people feel when they leave your place of business. Having manners can get you repeat customers or repeat dates if you're dating. It can get you people. It can get you more business. It can get you more friends in general. So learn some manners if you lack. Just be polite if anything. Okay. If you can find a good one that doesn't waste your time and make you wait 6 hours, then good. But most of them, yes. Mm-hmm. You went to the ratchet beauty school, never again. So, yeah. Can't they talk bad about their customers in the black salon? Of course. So, I mean, and I'm sure it happens in many other races too. Like you go to the poor side of town, it's the same thing. So in order to separate yourself from poverty mentality, poverty mind, being treated like you live in those areas, even if you do live in those areas, you don't have to stay in them or you don't have to act like everybody else in them. So we gotta represent better because that's why you're stereotyped, because of those people that don't have manners and that leave the house looking like, really bad. So she heat damaged your hair? Oh no. So anyway, and then, of course, when they're doing your hair, they kind of ask rude questions as well. It's like they don't have a filter. Mm-hmm. Could you talk more about good manners and femininity and how to attain them around masculine women? Okay. So if you just be the opposite, y'all get a bunch of movies, get a list of movies of girls or women who are really super feminine, how they dress, how they speak, how they talk. Look at their mannerisms. Look at their clothing. Look how they treat other people, during the movie, and because that's going to be the only example you're going to have if you don't know any of them, or just get on YouTube and watch some YouTubers that you feel are feminine. Someone says Marilyn Monroe. So Kerry Washington, yes, I recommend her. So Meghan Markle. So make sure you're watching examples of feminine women and just emulate it. Because if you're around masculine women, what you're going to do is you're going to find yourself talking over other people, stressing your point by talking louder, or screaming and yelling at people and having bad attitudes, and that's what you don't want. And fighting, yes, you want to be the opposite, because when you're the opposite of that, people want to help to solve your problem. They want to help you. It's not being nice, but it's being polite. Okay, and you can be polite in a firm way, and you can be feminine as well, and that's going to get you what you want. Okay, don't be the stereotype. Exactly. So if anybody feels like they should be treated equal when they don't have self-respect or respect other people, that's your problem, because it ain't gonna happen. Mm-hmm. And I don't care what y'all think. Like, some of these people in here are being crazy. I don't care what y'all think, because I already know if you don't like what I'm saying, you are one of those people, and you represent people bad. So stop doing it. You make us want to order online, baby. We don't even want to be. So yes, please. You make us want to keep driving to the next exit. Sure, I love you. You radiate beauty and truth and realness. Thank you. What about loud and ratchet coworkers? Film them and show it back to them and see how ratchet they look. Because some people don't even realize how ghetto they look, and they put it on World Star and then tag them. Girl, look what I found on World Star. The next time you see them acting ratchet, film it and then anonymously upload it on World Star. Then tag them in it. Okay, then they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, I'm ghetto, I'm ratchet, I'm a World Star." They might celebrate. I don't know. Right. Exactly. Be extra feminine, and the contrast will speak for you, Lexa says. Exactly. So, thank you. I distance myself from loud people is a huge turn. Yes, it is. But I have to, kids are going to be loud naturally, but I correct them when they're too loud. I was like, okay, when we walk in here, y'all are not going to be the loudest people in the store. Okay. Because you have to tell them. Kids are loud naturally, but if they're not a kid anymore and they're still the loudest person in the store, that's a problem. Don't be Tamar Braxton, be Tony Braxton. Anton, yeah. Be bougie and proud. Exactly. That's exactly your goal. Your goal when you leave your house is to fool people into thinking you're bougie if you're not bougie. Okay. If you're already bougie, just you good. But when your goal, when you leave your house, is to make people think you're bougie. That means you don't ask for discounts. You don't have a bonnet on your head. You're not in your pajamas or the clothes you slept in. You're not screaming loud. You're not being rude and evil to people. I sound immature. Okay, well, what do you suppose people do then? Accept that? because they don't accept it now and they never have. So why would you think that would be accepted? Right. Are bangs okay to wear? If they look cute, yeah. Bougie is only a turnoff to ratchets. Exactly. Isn't that being classist? Yes, it is. And there's nothing wrong with being classist if those people are representing you. Okay. The more you represent in a bougie way, the better the stereotype will get. Okay. See, think about this. When people, the stereotype now, when you hear housewives, it's not, oh, you don't think of the lady in the ratty clothes anymore with mom jeans on and a bunch of kids. You think of the housewives on television, the housewives of Atlanta, of the housewives of Orange County or whatever. You don't think of the other stuff anymore. Why? Because that stereotype was taken over by another one. So if you want that to happen, then you have to act accordingly. There's no other way around it. You got to replace one with a better one. So when the next time people try to stereotype anybody, they're like, oh, instead of, if someone says, okay, close your eyes. When I say the word African American woman, what pops into your mind? What does she look like? Now, depending on who they ran into is what they're going to explain, especially if they're not Black. Okay? Depending on who they have dealt with is what they're going to describe. That's what I'm saying. Everybody needs to act like they got some home training. Even if you don't got no home training, come get it online, do it somewhere. Okay? So, they do stereotype, exactly. But it's only because of what they have encountered. Okay? If everybody you encounter is ratchet, when somebody starts talking about an African American woman or African American man, the first thing that's going to come to their mind, or Black, let me just say Black because there's global people here, they're going to come into a ratchet stereotype if that's all that they have seen or dealt with. Okay? I'm not separating anybody. I'm just, y'all separate yourselves by the way you act. Okay? You already divided. You just don't understand. This is more helpful if you open your ears. If you leave your house looking trashy, you're going to be treated trashy. Stop doing that. Turn around, put some clothes back on. Stop dressing like you dressed in junior high if you're a grown man. Straight up, if you're a woman, stop dressing like you just woke up. Stop wearing clothes 2 sizes too small, okay? And the reason why I'm upset is because, the stereotype keeps a lot of other people embarrassed, and they don't even participate in that kind of crap. Okay? You're having a good day. You're out shopping, and all of a sudden, some loud ratchets come in. You're like, oh God, oh my God, no. Like, it's just embarrassing. That's why I'm saying, and I'm just being honest. Y'all can be mad if you want. Y'all do the same thing. Y'all already know. The only ones who are offended are the ratchet ones. So if it hurts you, that means you need to do something. Okay? You walk the other way when you see them. Mm-hmm. Ooh. So some people just don't know any better. That's why I'm making this video. That's exactly why I'm making this video. So if they don't know any better, they do now. I want to send her Shira video, but I can tell she's the type to just watch twerk videos. Well, tell us the twerk video and send it with no picture attached. Okay. What percentage of the world do I consider to be peasants? The ones who act like peasants. Okay. And it's not about how much money you have. It's about how you act and what your manners are. You can be broke, homeless, but a homeless person might have more self-respect and treat people better than, some of these people out here. So it doesn't matter what you have. It matters how you act, your manners, and how you treat other people. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the bad thing is, and here's the bad thing. The reason why people feel like there is a separation, it is classism. You're correct. It's not dividing us, it's dividing the classes. Mm-hmm. Because at the same time, the people who decide to respect themselves, do right, get punished for those who do wrong and walk out the house looking ratchet and trashy. So, I don't care if we the same color. If you have zero self-respect and you rude to people, whatever treatment you get, you deserve it. I'm so sorry. Okay, because I would treat you bad too if you treated me bad, and then you can't say it's racism. So I feel like if you walk around thinking that you can act ratchet and people are still going to stick by you, that is coming to an end. Okay, people are moving further and further away and separating from y'all ratchets. Even if they do live in the ghetto, you have a house, then you have a nice house that keeps up their yard, their paint, their cars washed, they're nice, they live like, they respect themselves, and they don't associate with anybody over there. When they go out, they don't look like that's where they're from. So it is embarrassing. And the people that don't understand this are the people that are actually doing it. So what I'm telling them is it's not a separation of, because the skin color, it's a separation because you're class. Okay. So when I see it, now I can understand if the person is old. Old people don't even do that. They don't leave their house in their pajamas and stuff on their head unless it's a fire. Okay. Or they got dementia and they done wandered off and it's a silver alert out. That's the only reason. Everybody else is like, oh, well, let me put on my dress and my shoes and get my cane and my purse and my good wig and my teeth. If an old person who ain't even got that much longer left to live can put themselves together, you don't have any excuses. Okay? None. So that's what I'm saying. People might judge me and say that I'm this and that, but the classes are getting further and further apart because they don't want to be compared. And that's just it. Latinas can be thugs. Yep. It's the same in the barrio. If I would have said the barrio instead of the ghetto, you got those Latinas that be out there, ratchet too. You got white trash.